So we all know Christmas is going to be here before we know it. So I decided to put together a list of 10 things under $100 that you could get for the do-it-yourself person in your life. I'm walking around feeling free, thinking. Coming in first on the list at $3 are blue shop rags. You can never have too many blue shop rags laying around. Not only are they great for wiping your hands off or cleaning up oily messes, they're awesome for laying on your bench so you have a nice clean surface to work on something. I use these all the time for carburetors. I'll pull 2 rags out, lay them on my bench, put my parts on the top rag, and put the body on the bottom rag. It's a nice way to keep everything clean and organized. They're also way better. These won't rip once they get wet. They hold up really well, and they're just all around better than a paper towel. Coming in at number 2 for $5 is a telescoping magnet. Now, when I say telescoping magnet, I'm talking a small magnet. The smaller, the better. Doesn't mean you want a weak one, you just want a small one. You want a small magnet that will stretch way out because bolts never fall in big spaces. The smaller the magnet, the better. The stronger the magnet, the better. And they're just a super handy tool to have, and they can be priceless when you drop something. Coming in at $12 and in the number 3 spot is a screwdriver. But this isn't just any screwdriver. This is something I didn't learn till like a year ago, a year and a half ago maybe, that they make metric screwdrivers. Now this just blew my mind at the beginning. I bought just one single number 2 Phillips head screwdriver made by the Vessel brand right here, and it has changed my life. All my other number 2 Phillips head screwdrivers are all American standard Phillips head screwdrivers. And probably 95% of what I work on is made in Japan. They use metric Phillips head screws. You don't realize how good a properly fitting Phillips head screwdriver feels until you use one. Like, I've taken this screwdriver and stuck a Phillips head screw in it, held the screw, and the screwdriver stays in it. It works phenomenal for brake reservoirs, like on a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler, anything that's got hydraulic handbrakes. All those caps at the top that are all number 2 Phillips heads, you're always worried that you're gonna strip it out. But you don't really have to worry about that when you have this screwdriver. Now I'll admit, I've been a Snap-on fanboy since I was like 17, but this has become my favorite number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. For $14, you can get number 4 on the list. These are hose pliers. I use these things all the time, not only just for hoses, but for springs. I use these a lot for springs. These work exceptionally well for fuel lines because, well, they're hose pliers. They also won't cut up the outside of the hose when you stick it on there and you try to twist it to break it free on a nipple that it's been on for a long time. And the other thing I use these for is the little plastic pop rivets that you pull out of bodywork on a lot of 4-wheelers and even snowmobiles too. These work really well for a lot of different instances, and I don't know what I would do without these. Breaking into the $20 range is item number 5, lights. Having a dimly lit shop can be one of the most annoying things when you're trying to work beside something or underneath something. These $20 lights are worth way more than $20 for the amount of clarity they can give you when you're working on something and you just need to see it. My eyes aren't that bad, but having the extra light really helps take the strain off my eyes when I'm trying to look at the size of a jet in a carburetor, or I'm just trying to make sure that something is clean. These lights have a standard wall plug on them, and although I'm not suggesting you do anything janky like running an extension cord to your ceiling, it does give you options if you need to get light to a certain area of the shop. Jumping up to $30 and into place number 6 is a good flashlight. I like this flashlight because it's got a strong magnet on it, it's super bright, and it's flexible. Those are all the qualities I like to see in a flashlight. The strong magnetic base makes it especially nice when you're working underneath something or on the side of something and you just don't have enough light. Being rechargeable is key, because you know that your flashlight's gonna die eventually and you don't wanna be fumbling around with batteries or needing to drive to the store to go buy more. Coming in at number 7 is another one of those tools that I didn't realize how much I'd use it until I got them. And they are these 90-degree crowbars. I don't exactly know what they're called. I call them a crowfoot bar. These things have come in handy a lot. They're tapered down to a point on this end, which works really well for getting holes lined up, like swing arms in a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler, to get them lined up so you can slide the bolt through it. And the short little 90-degree end helps with leverage because you have so much more leverage having the long handle here and a 90-degree bend here. I've also found that they work good for trying to wiggle blind bearings out of holes. If you get lucky enough and the inner race of the bearing is the right size, you can slide this down in and you can kind of rock it and twist it and rock it, and you can get the bearing wiggled up out of its hole. Just another one of those tools that I recommend having in your arsenal, and they're really not that much. Coming in at tool number 8 is an air hammer. Now this tool right here, I got for my birthday 3 months ago. This has saved me twice, and it paid for itself the first time it saved me. This tool can be invaluable, especially when you don't have a whole lot of swinging room for a hammer and a punch, or you really need some consistent, hard hammering action that you just can't get by swinging a hammer and hitting a punch. For $90, you can get tool number 9. A slide hammer. A slide hammer is great when you need to beat something in the pulling direction. Hammers always beat something in, slide hammers always beat something out. Whether you're trying to get a bearing off a shaft or get a sprocket off, this tool can save a lot of frustration. Coming in number 10 at $93 is an umbilical tank. Now I bought 2 different parts to make this. We've got an IV stand and we've got an umbilical tank. Whenever I've got this hooked up and somebody walks in, they kind of smirk and ask if it's on life support. It's kind of funny, but it's also invaluable. You've got something tore apart and you don't have the fuel system hooked up and you need to get fuel to the carburetor, this comes in so much handy. So there you have it, guys. 10 must-have things that you could get your significant other or that do-it-yourselfer in your life for Christmas. Hopefully this gives you enough variety and some ideas to get that someone special in your life, something that's a little bit different that they can use in their garage. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys could smash that like button down there, that would mean a lot to me and it's gonna help everybody else out too. Down in the description, I'm gonna have links to all these products. Some of these I can't give you links for the exact ones I have because I bought them off of a tool truck, but I'll do my best to find an equivalent and post it down below. Some of the links below are affiliate links and they'll help out the channel so I can keep bringing you guys more content like this. But if I don't have an affiliate link for it, I'll post a link directly to the website. So I hope this helped and have a Merry Christmas.